Look at that. It's already drifting. Already drifting. Already drifting. Look at that. It's just drifting right and left. Wow. Crash. Look, still drifting. Still drifting. Now rolling. Blew a tire. All right, welcome back. So today I'm still on the Mojave, and yes, still on the bench. I'm literally gluing the heck out of these tires and letting it dry for 24 hours. Adding a lot of glue. You can even see the glue dripping down, but even this side I've added, you can see all the glue that's being added to these wheels just so they don't come apart. So that's taken a little bit of time, which is no big deal because I just registered the B-Link and I want to try and see if data will work with the B-Link. So I'm going to unplug the fan again because we don't want to listen to that stuff. And I'm just trying every option because I'd really like to get data out there, and I'm hoping it will go pretty well. All right, so I cleared everything out of the link. Next, next. Says disconnected. See if we can connect this thing without any issues today. Passcode, so you guys don't steal my 70-mile-an-hour tune-up. A firmware update for the connected B-Link is available. Would you like to update it now? I'm going to say no, because I don't want to change the tune. So it's asking me to power off and then power it back on. Getting firmware version. So I'm assuming that's the firmware version I have in it, which is the 2.07. So there it is, current firmware version. Now I can see it, 2.07. That's what's installed into it. You may save this controller to your vehicle list or continue with a one-time link. Let's now it's giving me options to save this. So vehicle name, Mojave Speed Build. Let's do that. Then we're going to say okay. Vehicle type, car. That's weird. It's a car. Create new vehicle. There we go. It says it's connected. And there we go. Now let's go to logging. 7.8% is there. Let's download log and see if we have data. Because a lot of people are saying you have to register in order to see data. And so it was like 50-50. Some said yes, some said no. People that had said you didn't have to register said they've been using this for years. So I wanted to try it and show you guys whether you have to do it that way. Also, the Tmaxx has been sold. We had a lot of people email, so I just went down the list, responding to people yesterday. The first person to email yesterday is actually the one that bought it this time, which I think is pretty cool. And look at that. Now that I registered, our data is on the graph. So that's very promising. So it does unlock features when you register your B-Link. And that's what I was going for. Now I want to see. And you can zoom. Oh, and you can spread it out. That's cool. Because this was hard on a computer. So you can literally spread it out and zoom in on it. Oh, so start moves it over. So that's pretty cool. Start moves it from left to right. You can see hitting the throttle, the peak. What is that? 30 volts. So that's pretty cool. And that's whatever's picked in there, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to put those in the start button. Until you move the zoom, the start button doesn't allow you to do anything. So battery volts, battery ripple, because that's purple. So that's what's here showing is battery ripple only. So it looks like if I do that, so one by one you have to look at them on this graph. So whenever you add something and take, you see how nothing's on the graph? Let's do ripple. You turn it on and there's your ripple. Now if you try to add, say, battery current, when I slide that over, ripple looks like it goes off. So you can check things one by one. Controller temperature, that's weird. It's on F for Fahrenheit and C is for Celsius. So you can even change the temperature. Motor RPM, output RPM, controller input, which is cool. It's in black and it gives you the colors over here of what will be on the graph. Graph options. Motor pole 2, 4, 2. Graph auto scale is on. And then there's output RPM options. So you can pick your pinion and your spur and it'll give you your initial gear, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm probably going to go ahead and enter the pinion options that are in this so that we have some more data on that stuff. But so far, let's see the sessions. So it looks like session 1, there is session 1, 2, and 3. Somebody was telling me you have to pick your sessions, but when you clear out the log, when I don't power on and off, it's not going to give me all the sessions that I have there. So when I go to sessions, you can see I've done it 3 times. So there's 3 different sessions. And I was just looking for data, so any of the sessions should have been there when it wasn't registered. So that's pretty cool. There's our graph. That's our ripple, which I think is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and clear log data. Yes. Data is cleared. Dismiss. I'm assuming the throttle don't work now because once you do that, you got to power this off and then power it back on. And then it disappeared. But there's the transmitter calibration. Remember I was looking for this yesterday? This appeared after I registered. So neutral is 1.497. 2.002 is full trigger, and brake is 1.223. So the information I needed is now there. So everything I can see on the computer is literally on the B-Link now, which I think is really cool. That tire I glued is so out of balance now. So hopefully that doesn't bite me, because I really don't want to balance this stuff. But as you see, everything's working, which is pretty awesome, because everything I was looking for with the B-Link is literally there now. So just so everybody knows, with the B-Link, if you want to see everything, all your data, and it's mainly data, you can do everything else without registering. But in order to register, you need to put in an email address, and you need to make up a passcode. Like I said, I still don't know why, but they feel, if, you know, one person made a comment that if you're at a track or you're somewhere and there's multiple people and they have the B-Link app, they can hook to your RC and make changes to it without you knowing, which I think would be pretty fun. Change a bunch of people's B-Link at the track so they go slower and you can beat everybody. That would be pretty cool. But that's why they have the passcode in there. And then with the Tmaxx, I want to say I'm going to put some pictures in now of it getting shipped out. I'm not going to tell you guys who bought it, because that information is private. But if you're watching, I did sign the inside of that body. You didn't say whether you wanted it signed or not, so I just went ahead and signed it anyway and shipped it out with all the factory stuff. The fuel bottles in there. It's got 8 AA batteries that are in there and installed, and then the Easy Start, the battery that's in that installed, the charger's in there, and it's all charged up. So, and then all the instructions for the RC are put back into the bag and installed in there. I even wrapped up the body in the factory plastic so that it doesn't get damaged, and then had UPS tape it on top of me taping it, and then we paid a $4 charge just to insure it on what he has into it. Whenever I ship out an RC to somebody, it has to go out with insurance on it, because I find if you insure that package, the odds of that package coming up missing is pretty much zero. Because what happens is, when you put insurance on it, and for $4 it's worth the insurance, they'll literally put a tracker on that package so we know exactly where that package is, because once you insure it, that means the company would be taking a loss. Now, all packages come with $100 insurance. So if you're shipping out a $2,000 item and you don't add the added coverage, then all you're going to get paid from them is $100. And you could spend that on shipping easily. So all you're doing is getting your shipping money back, and you pretty much lost whatever you shipped. So shipping RCs or shipping valuable stuff, even though it's not valuable to other people, to me this stuff is valuable, because it can't be replaced. Buying another one new, it's still not going to be replaced, because the history of that RC on the channel and everything we did with it, that RC's got a long line of history, and it's got videos from new to everything that was done with it until it got shipped out to one of you guys. But I do want to thank everybody else that emailed. I did send response emails back to everybody. There was over 40 people that left emails regarding purchasing that Tmaxx. which I feel is pretty awesome. Are great. Like talking to you guys, getting hold of you guys, and definitely RCs that I don't use. I'm glad, you know, my subscribers are getting them and they're being able to use them, because I've never, like I said, never sold RCs. Now I've sold 2, and I think it's pretty cool that my subscribers that watch me all the time have got that RC. But there we go. Tomorrow, I'm running it on this, like I said before, and we're gonna give the foams a shot, and just waiting for this stuff to finish drying. Even though you add the glue, it takes 24 hours for it to cure and bond. Kind of like Loctite. You can put Loctite on, but you have to wait that threshold so that it securely bonds. And that's all I'm trying to do with this. And it's not one coat of glue I've been putting on. Right now, the face of this has got 3 coats of glue. The only one I haven't done 3 coats of glue is the tire I glued, but I added a lot of glue to the inside of that tire. And if that don't hold, I don't know what to say. But I'm gonna get these, let these finish drying. I just did the back side. Break out another one. I'm gonna get finish gluing these up, and then we're gonna get out and run it tomorrow, and hopefully this thing holds. I did see the snowboard. Snowboard did a video today. He's 2 miles an hour off of running his 100 mile an hour, and he's having the same problem, his tires. And once he gets a set of tires to hold, you know, it's he's gonna hit that 100 very easily. Long snowboard like that with a couple of RCs bolted to each end, you know, it's got to go faster. Now, if you watch the Kevin T's video on his off-road speed run, you notice that he added earplugs to the front and rear differentials. And after that, like I've been telling everybody, if you add earplugs to the front and rear diff, or you lock anything like he did, you're going to lose control of the RC car, because now it's driving evenly off both wheels. So if it gets up on one wheel, it's going to continue to drive. I leave mine open because it settles the RC down off-road. It's getting kicked around enough with the off-road conditions. Well, after he put those earplugs in, he definitely was still blowing tires because a lot of wheel speed, but it was out of control, and he was crashing a lot after he locked his differentials with earplugs. But there you go, guys, and that's why I keep open diffs. There you go. Stay tuned. Tomorrow's a new day. We're going to get out early. We're going to get some speed runs, so expect a speed run video tomorrow. And when I finish going through my garage and I finish finding the RCs that I'm going to get rid of, I'll post them here. 130 RC cars here. I got to get rid of at least 20 of them. I have to make room for new product that's coming out. I can't continue to hang on to RC cars that I'm just not going to run. And I think I have 8 drag builds, so I might get rid of a drag build on the next one. But stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching.